Just like you in a sense with the backyard breeders who don't know what they're doing and breeding, unhealthy dogs and giving them to people that probably shouldn't have dogs that end up giving them away at like 8 months. Like even like in my own friend group, like some people posted, like 2 pit bulls that, they got to give away now and if anyone wants them. And it's sad, you know what I mean?
It's so sad.
It's like if you own a dog, that dog, like just know when you go to buy that dog or you're getting that dog for free, that dog is like a kid and you got to give it a good quality of life.
Yeah,
right?
For the rest of its life, by the way.
Yeah, and if you don't know anything about dogs, training is something that you have to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know some good breeders, and they actually, do their research. They keep up with people that are buying the dogs from them. Make sure they have stable income, what the household's like, if they have any other pets. You know what I mean? In case the dog doesn't get along with other dogs or, females or males, etc., or cats.
Yeah.
So it's like when breeders are doing their research like that, I think it's okay. Because they won't even give that puppy, like if they have a litter, they're gonna keep the puppies that they don't sell. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So maybe training for breeders too.
Exactly.
Training for everybody that deals with dogs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, everybody should, like, if you have a dog, you need training. And if you don't have training, chances are you're probably experiencing a lot of issues with your dog.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to, like, some people think with the small dogs, like, them barking all the time and not listening is, like, it's not a bad thing. It is, because
it's horrible, yeah.
Yeah, because that small dog might meet a big dog one day, test it the wrong way, and, that's it.
Yeah.
You
but
know
just
what I
to
mean?
put as a just to like tell everybody that
Yeah.
these dogs are incredible dogs. My Cane Corso bully was like 120 pounds when he passed away.
Yeah.
And my not saying this is right, okay? Listen to Yathy. Even your little dog, if they're a shithead, you need training.
Yeah.
My little 7-pound wiener dog
Yeah.
would get on his back and like try to hump him.
Yeah.
And this guy would literally just turn around and look at me like, Mom, do you see this shit?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, you know what? That's great because your dog's looking at you as like, hey, like you got this under control.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry, even though he's doing anything. And that's kind of like what I do with my other dog, like my younger dog Xena, because she's had dog aggression and it's not gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just when you see her, she looks like a super well-behaved trained dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dogs can be barking at her. I walk through PetSmart, reactive dogs all day barking, smelling, and she doesn't even look at them.
Yeah.
Right? And it's all about how you, train that dog and teach it to and desensitize it to all these different situations.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And then also maybe like I incentivized my dog a lot to pay attention to me. That was a part of training that I went through with my trainer at the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't know you existed. Otherwise, it could have been a lot simpler for me. It was difficult. My trainer was like, he was a little bit more on the controversial side with like his training, but he did have some good points. And one of the things was like just like incentivizing paying attention to you.
Yeah.
If he's paying attention to you, the payoff is far greater than if he's going off at another dog.
Exactly.
When people come to you for dog training, do you also try to help them? Because a lot of issues I find that I have with my dogs or had with my dogs had to do with myself, like issues that I had with me that like no matter how much I train the poor dog, it's just picking up on my energy.
Yeah.
So do you do any kind of like training to build that bond with the dog and the owner or with the owner individually?
Yeah, absolutely. So like a lot of trainers that I've seen, they train the dog and not the owner. That's not what you're supposed to do because the dog is spending maybe 10%, maybe 5% of the time with you, that one hour a week kind of thing with the trainer. Now, the other 95% is at home with the owner, right? So it's like you need to teach the owner on how to manage the dog, and that's what I do. Right?
Yeah.
I teach you on how to, deal with your dog's behaviors, how to understand your dog, what you should be doing in certain scenarios. So it's like you always got to be paying attention to them, especially if you have a reactive dog. You got to see what they're looking at, what they're doing, what's triggering them, what their stance is like, right? Is their tail down? Is it up? Is it wagging? Is it low? Like, are they standing still? Like, are they getting ready to pray?
I find that stuff so interesting.
Yeah, it's all about body language, and it's kind of similar to yours too. So I want to give a big shout out to my boy Ben at Aspen Canine. He's been my mentor. Shout outs. But he's been my mentor and guide, and he's pretty much helped me through my whole situations. So when I told other trainers that I have 2 females, and they try to kill each other, and I don't know what to do, I'm freaking out. I don't want to give one away. right? They're my babies.
You're a really good person for that, by the way. A good owner. Really,
Thank
really
you.
good. And not giving up and just trying. Because I know it's hard.
It is.
So I really, really respect you for that.
It is. Thank you. And you know, like I went to the best trainer. Like I was willing to pay a bag. You know what I mean?
I was like that too. I was like, take all my money.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, just help me fix this issue because I really need my dogs. You know, like they're my life. They're my everything. And I went to the best trainers and they all told me, no, it's not possible. You got to create one always, right? Ben actually worked with me and he catered to me. And I feel like that's why I'm the same way when it comes to my clients now because I've had someone cater to me and show me it was possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to cater to situations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, I got my fundamentals of dog training. There's certain things that you can't change. You can't reinvent the wheel. But I like to cater to situations, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're someone that, has an easygoing lifestyle and you're not looking for protection dog, like, why am I going to teach you, how to work your dog?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm gonna show you what you need.
Yeah, cater to your lifestyle.
Exactly, and that's what it is. It's like now I got to teach you how to be consistent with certain things, right?
Yeah.
So for example, I always tell my clients, I'm like, on the walk, that's every day. You teaching your dog not to pull and those things, and like cutting off that freedom and giving them time to sniff and poo and pee and things like that. That's every single walk. But the training aspect, like the sit down, stay in the commands, heel, right? That takes about I tell my clients, I'm like, hey, try to do that 10, 15 minutes a day because everyone's got a busy schedule, 9 to 5, right? And some people are, running businesses on the side and things like that. So, time gets sticky. So it's like, take that 10, 15 minutes a day and you maybe start off with once a day, keep it consistent, then, branch off into 2. Then when you start seeing progress, you're going to want to do it 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Yeah,
because you're going to get excited. Like when I see my dog perfectly healed beside me, right? I'm like,
it's
looking at me,
exciting.
I'm like, woo,
I know.
Yeah, I get goosebumps,
it's
right?
like we're dogs, right? He listens to me.
Exactly. And it's like play training with your dog. Playing is like overlooked. You know what I mean? Play training with your dog is one of the key relationship building exercises that you could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Playing fetch with your dog, playing with the ball, playing tug of war, letting your dog win. I used to make the mistake before I knew about anything about dogs. I used to always win in tug of war.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, so it's about building confidence. And this is some key notes right here. Like I'm giving you
free game.
Yeah,
guys.
free game. You know what I mean? So this cost a bag, guys. Okay? So, play training with your dog and letting them win is actually something that is good for them, and it's actually better for you in training because now your dog looks at you kind of like competition, but he also understands that. Because what my dog would do, whenever I took the toy away, I had a problem with him coming back with the toy because he thought I was always going to take it away.
Yeah.
Right? So now through play training and letting her win, now she's always coming back to me with the toy because she's like, oh, I can always beat this guy. And that's building the confidence through the dog.
That's so cute.
Yeah, right? So it's funny. It's all these little psychological things, right?
Okay, I love that. Okay.